Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you the best solo gold farm to do in the world within to make steady, reliable gold every single hour. Now the farm that we're going to be talking about is the Dark Flame Cleft Follower Dungeon Cloth Farm. Now there are a few requirements to do this efficiently and to make as much gold as possible, but you can make over 40,000 gold per hour doing this solo, and the items sell instantly. So you're going to need tailoring, and you want to go ahead and put 30 points into textile treasures. You also want to have 30 points in quality fabric, and you also want to unlock these two right here, which is Dawnweave and Dustweave tailoring. This will allow you to get all the cloth. You also want inscription, and you want to put them into these points right here, which will allow you to get the Dark Moon cards. Now what you want to do is you want to open up dungeons and raids, and you want to queue for the follower dungeon for Dark Flame Cleft. And this is basically a follower dungeon where it's just you that enters the dungeon with 4 NPCs if you haven't ran one of these before. And basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be killing all of these mobs that are in this first room right here. And we're going to be resetting the dungeon and doing this over and over again. You can do this 50 times per day on each character, well, on each different realm. Now there is a trick where you can actually get past the limitation, which I'll talk about a bit later on in this video. But basically what you want to do is you want to use a macro, and I'll have the macro down below in the description box. And what you do with this macro is when you finish running the dungeon, you basically jump, click the macro, and then you jump again. And this will allow you, instead of zoning in and out of the dungeon when you re-queue, you'll actually be able to queue for the next dungeon inside of the dungeon. Now this will save you some time on the loading screen that it takes to get into the next run, because you're going to be doing run after run, just clearing the very first room. This is the most efficient way to do it. So as you can see, we just kill the mobs, we jump once, and then we go ahead, click the macro, jump once again as soon as we land, and this will allow us to not get zoned out of the dungeon where we can just instantly queue right away. Now this macro is completely allowed, and I will have it linked down below. Well, I will have it posted down below in the description box if you want to go ahead and copy the macro so that you can use it yourself. Now you're going to be able to do 50 runs per day on your character on each round. Now what I mean by that is, for an example, if you have a character on one realm and you do the 50 runs and you reach the lockout limit, what you can actually do is you can go on to a different realm and you can actually do another 50 runs on the second realm. And for some reason, what it will actually do, once you have done the other 50 runs on the second realm, is it will reset the limit on the first realm. So you can juggle back and forth in between two different realms of characters that are doing this. And this is how you bypass the limitation of 50 runs per day. And I'm not sure if this is intended, but you can actually do this. And hundreds of people are using this method to do this farm. So I'd highly recommend doing this. Obviously though, if you don't have 2 level 80s on different realms, you can just do the one character on one realm, and you can do the 50 runs per day. And by doing this, you will easily make a couple of tokens every single month just from doing the 50 runs, that they actually only take 25 minutes to do all 50 runs before you reach the lockout limit. So it's extremely quick to do these runs. Now there is a method where you actually can get a few more mobs and it takes a little bit longer, which works pretty good for people that want to get a bit more out of this farm and they only have one character on one realm. Now I will show you at the end of the video how to do that method, but it's pretty simple and it's a good way. But this way that I'm showing right now, just clearing the very first room, is by far the most efficient way to go ahead and do this. But obviously you're going to reach that 50 run limit within about 25 minutes. So you do need to be using the method where you have a character on a different realm and where you can basically get past the 50 per day limit that this follower dungeon is going to be giving you. Now, if you want to learn more about making gold in all versions of World of Warcraft, I recommend that you check out Goldcap. Goldcap is a community project where all of the best gold makers are making gold making guides for you. We also have member guides where we post new guides on the latest and best ways to make gold in all versions of World of Warcraft. We have single products that are full in-depth guides about certain things like retail gold guide, retail flipping guide. We have cataclysm, all the different versions of World of Warcraft if you want to learn the best possible ways to make gold in all versions of World of Warcraft. As you can see, we have the retail gold making guide right here, the retail flipping guide, and we're also working on making some guides for Mob Classic when it comes out. So if you want to go ahead and be ahead of the curve when it comes to Mob Classic, so you can make as much gold as possible, we're going to have guides for that. Also, we have the community Discord. Now, if you're a member, you get access to premium channels that only the members actually get access to, and in these channels the team will help you out with any questions that you have, and they will priority help you. That is what the team is there for. They're there to help all of the members with any questions that they have about making gold in any version of World of Warcraft. So you can become a member by clicking on become a member on the website. It will take you to this page. We have two different plans. We have one that is $10 per month. We also have one which is $100 per year. If you go with the yearly, you're going to save around 15%. And also I have a discount code which is Buffy10, and this will give you 10% off your total order over on Goldcap. So if you want to join the community, it will be linked down below in the description box. There's hundreds of people that are members and are part of the community already. But let's move on to the longer version. Now this version of doing it is for people that only have one character on one realm, and they want to make as much profit as they can out of their 50 runs per day. So what you're actually going to be doing is you're going to be, first of all, clearing the first room. But we're not going to stop here. We're going to go a little bit further into the dungeon so we can get some more mobs and make a little bit more gold every single run that we do here. So once you clear the first room, as I have right here, you want to go ahead and move into the next room right here. Now there is a couple big mobs in this room, and they actually do a lot of damage. So I don't recommend pulling everything in this location right here unless you're super geared. But basically what I do is I just pull half of them, make sure I burn them all down with AoE, kill them as quick as possible. Then once I've killed the first half of the room, I'll go ahead and I'll pull the second half of the room. Now once I've actually finished killing all of the mobs in this second location, this is when I will use the macro and I will reset the dungeon and queue up for it once again. And then I'll rinse and repeat doing this 50 times. And this is just if I want to do it on the one realm, on the one character. This is a way where you can make a little bit more gold from those 50 lockouts that you're going to be getting every single day. But obviously, like I mentioned before, the most efficient way is just to clear the very first room, but you are going to need to have characters on multiple different realms. They have to obviously be geared. So there is a little bit of requirement to do it the most efficient way with the first room, but anyone can do this method. You only need one character on one realm, so it's very easy to get started with. But if you want to take this serious, and I think this is going to be one of the best steady gold farms for the rest of the War Within, because all the materials you get from here, all the different cloths, your Dark Moon cards, they all sell instantly up on the auction house. And because of all of the other cloth farms being nerfed, the prices of cloth are absolutely insane right now, and you're making around 40 to 50,000 gold per hour when doing this, which is absolutely insane for a solo gold farm with materials that sell pretty much instantly up on the auction house. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, and also share this video with any of your friends that need to make more gold in World of Warcraft. Also, a big thank you to everyone that has subscribed lately. We've recently hit 20,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. So thank you everyone that has subscribed to the channel. It really means a lot. Until the next one, guys, take care.